I loved what you guys did on the Outpost a few years ago. It was I think it made my top 20 of the year that year. I really loved it, and I was glad to see you guys back again for Lucky Strike. Rod, I'll start with you, man. I love these stories that you're telling. These are stories that I think most people never heard of. I'd never certainly never heard this one. Talk to me about how it came to you and made you want to what made you want to tell it.
Well, it was actually my writing partner, Mark Friedman, when he was 16 years old. In high school in France, he interviewed members of the Battle of the Bulge. And this was a story that he was told, and he said, that would make a great movie. And he carried it around with him for decades, did write the screenplay, gave it to me, and I took it and if I'm going to direct it, I wanted to add some scenes to it and enhanced it, to my effect. And that's really how it came about. But I had always wanted to do a World War II film. Ever since I graduated from college, I've always had a World War II book
Mm.
um, on my bedside. And this is one of the iconic battles of any war, and especially for the American forces. So really wanted to tell the tale from it.
Scott, yeah, I know you've done your share of action movies and military films, but you really seem to have found something with Rod here, man. Talk to me about working with him and what was it that attracted you to wanting to be part of this film?
Well, to be honest, when Rod first offered me the film, he told me he had this war movie, and I said, "I'm gonna stop you right there, Rod." I said, "We're gonna have a great time filming this, just not with me."
Right.
And then my agent kind of bugged me to read it, and so I did, and of course I liked the script, and so then I was stuck having to make a decision to go back to war.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, I really enjoyed working with Rod on the Outpost. He's a great collaborator. He's a great director. He fights the good fight. He understands that what makes a difference between a great movie and just an okay movie is somebody who fights for every little detail. You
Mhm.
can't let anything because they all sort of accumulate to the sum of the parts, right? If you
Hmm.
if you say, oh well, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, you just kind of start adding up all these details, and that's not a way to make a great movie or great art. So
Mhm.
he fights the good fight,
Thank you.
and
But
we
but
did that on this one as well.
but Travis, I got to tell you, buddy, I did go talk to other actors, and you would not believe how many actors who are playing tough guys. Ugh, you mean it's not CGI? I really got to go up into the mountains with all that cold and all that
Yeah.
snow and all that wind, and I really got to do that? And I said, yeah, man, I really got to climb up the mountain, and I really got to jump into a tank. And I said, yeah. And they go, yeah, no, no. How much are you paying me? No, I don't think so. So yeah, he comes under the category of real man, and it makes it just much easier when you realize you're not going to have to, as long as you're out there with him,
Yeah.
these guys, showing that you'll suck it down with them, it makes it a little easier. But he's got some real spirit in him.
Well, Scott, now that he's pumped your head up a little bit, what was the most challenging thing to shoot in this movie? Because it looks like it could have been like a real physical test.
It was cold. It was tough. But as they say, endure the suck. It's that's part of it. And when you just get ready to start bitching and moaning, you think about the real guys that were there
Yeah,
and what they did for not only our country but the world.
yeah,
And
that's the thing.
like you just shut the hell up and
That's
get
a
back to work.
that's a good point he's making. I didn't really, but it's really true. Whenever it was really cold, we said, "Come on, guys, really, just fucking chill out." I mean, like the guys in this actual battle,
Mhm.
they didn't have warming tents. They didn't have. We were actually wearing the same outfits that they wore
Yeah.
during
Wow.
the shoot, but we could put a coat on after that, and
Yeah, the only difference was is we didn't have people trying to kill us in
that's
every
right.
turn. So
Yeah. And we had better food. Yeah.
Well, guys, this has been fantastic. I'm glad I got to spend a few minutes with you. Are you guys in DC now?
We are
You guys are in DC now, yeah.
percent.
You had the big screening last night, I think, right?
Yes, the National Archives, and
Yeah,
it was incredible.
Yeah.
We
yeah,
got to meet Colonel Stern, the last living veteran from the Battle of the Bulge,
yeah.
107 years old, and quite emotional, quite incredible getting to hear from him, hear about his experience,
Hmm.
and knowing that we paid him respect
That's
and
right.
paid this generation respect.
Well, I can't wait for more people to see the film. Thank you so much for your time, you guys.
Spread the word,
I hope you
Travis.
guys
Thank you.
do work together again soon.
Absolutely.
Thanks for checking out the show. If you like what we're laying down, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell to receive notifications for all of our latest stuff.